Bex, what on earth
Yeah,
what on earth are you doing?
I'm recording a YouTube video, right? And I need all this stuff to make sure that I've got everything I need. I can't do it
No,
without
no,
it.
no, 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 no. Forget all that. You don't need all that guff. We just need to focus on the core essentials. And the bottom line is keep it simple. Okay?
Okay.
Let's go.
Hey there, I'm Bex, and I help small business owners get more visible online by having a blog on their website.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I help small business owners learn how to build their own website using WordPress, all without writing a single line of code.
Thank you so much for joining us today. As you can see, Ben is in his garden embracing the sunshine. We are going to be talking about what to put on your website today.
And the three areas we're going to cover are first what we call the core pages, which is what everyone expects to see on your website. Secondly, we're going to talk about the elements that you should always have on your website, and they should be on your homepage, but throughout the whole site. And then lastly, we're going to talk about why your blog should be central to your whole website strategy and not just some optional extra. So we'll start with the core pages. What are the core pages?
What are the core pages? So everyone has a homepage, right? That's
Correct.
like the fundamental thing
Yeah.
that everyone's going to be landing on first. That's your shop front.
Yeah.
For argument's sake. What else have you got on your website then?
I've got an about me page. So there's a little biography about me and a photo of me. I've got contact us. And if you're offering services and products, all products, which you probably are, you should have somewhere where they're all listed in an archive. They should appear on other bits of your site. We'll talk a bit about that later, but they should definitely be collected in one page as well.
Yeah. What key thing are you missing, Ben? I feel like you're missing something.
The blog.
Do I do?
Yes, the blog, yes. Of course. Well, I was leaving
a blog. You should have a blog.
I was leaving that bit for you, obviously. I think that opens, so mention that yourself.
Yeah. So I tell you what else you should have as well. All the kind of legal shiz.
Yeah, the boring stuff.
The boring stuff.
Stuff, the stuff which goes in your footer. The privacy policy with all the cookie statements, the terms and conditions, any disclaimers you need to issue. Yeah, all that kind of stuff needs to hide that away. It's just got to be there.
It needs to be there. And actually, that's something that some people get their knickers in the twist about, really. I know I certainly did when I was doing mine. Yeah. But you can actually just go on Google and like do a search for templates and stuff like that. And then you just need to change it to adjust it to fit your business. So it is really not as hard as
it really isn't. It really isn't. No, it's not that difficult. You don't need to be a lawyer, and you don't need to engage the services of a lawyer to get it done. Yeah, templates are the way. So you can buy them as well if you really want to. I mean, you can go and get them. And with have all the placeholders, the bits you actually need to change, and the options. Anything which is specific to your kind of industry or whatever. Yeah, that's definitely where I would do it. Yeah, don't fret about it.
No, exactly. Cool. As with all these things, never fret about it. So yeah, they're your core pages. I mean, then you might go on some websites and there might be a few other things, but basically you're not trying to make this hard for yourself or for your readers. So if you've got those on there, that's brilliant. If you start adding more stuff, you're just making more work for yourself, and you're making it incredibly confusing for a visitor that comes to your site, because there's just more for them to sift through to get to the stuff that they actually need.
That's very true. And I think it's also a question of not reinventing the wheel. There are things that people expect to see. They expect to see the homepage, the about us. If they're not there, then it kind of looks it's a bit weird, and people think, well, where am I? But they're like anchors, really, that people expect to see, especially contact details. Websites that hide those away, that's a disaster. It's a real pain in the ass for your visitors to make you go and hunt for how do I get in touch with you.
Yeah.
And it's not great for your business, is it? If you can't be contacted, then that's not great. You want to be contacted, surely.
Definitely.
Especially as a small business owner, you do. You want to be contacted by your customers or your potential customers.
And I feel this leads nicely onto the essentials, the sort of key elements you should include on your website as well. Because you're talking about like people hiding away their contact details, even if it's not deliberate, just not making it blatantly clear. I feel like a lot of people do that about their prices as well. Like they don't put a price on their service, or maybe less so with products. People generally tend to put prices on there. But service-based businesses, I don't know, people can be a bit shady and a bit reluctant about to put that on there. And that can be a real blocking point for people to contact you then.
It is. I think you need to be open. I mean, there's sometimes when you can't actually put a fixed price because it is about how long's a piece of string. So, but I think you need to address that. Don't just pretend you haven't got any prices, because people just people think you've got something to hide with that. It's like,
exactly.
Hang on a minute. So you need to give them some sort of idea of what you charge, or how you go about charging, even, and explain how you do that. I think you need, that's, you know, is about tackling that head on, not hiding it away. I think that's great.
It's being transparent, isn't it?
Yeah. And there's a great book. There's They Ask You Answer. It's a really good book, and he talks a lot about that. Don't hide your pricing away. Tackle it head on, even if you can't give it actual prices. Explain it all. I think it's a really good point. Really good.
And actually, that can come across in your overall messaging, can't it? Because if you should have this consistent messaging across your entire website, and you will create an impression of whether your business or your brand is high end, low end, mid range. So that as well gives people a sense of how much they could expect to pay to use your service.
Absolutely.
That messaging.
It does, and it all contributes to that, doesn't it? I think
definitely.
I think it is. The main thing about your messaging actually is that it's customer focused. It's really tempting to talk about you as a business owner, but actually you need to be talking about your customer and focusing on them. I've had clients who, it's a classic thing where they say my logo, I like the design, but my logo is not big enough. I mean, no one gives a shit about your logo. They really don't care. You're not a household brand. They don't care about your logo. So your logo, I mean, it happens time and time again. So I say, you got to have it on there as an identifier, but it's not the most important thing on your page. It's one of the least important things on your page, actually.
Absolutely. I mean, someone's not going to turn up and look at that logo and think, oh, that's ropey. Wow. There's no way that I'm doing business with them. And then it's just not going to happen, is it?
I mean, if you're Coca-Cola, everyone knows what that looks like. It's a key identifier. It's a really important thing. But as a small business owner, it ain't. It really isn't.
I remember when I first started, my original website was so basic, and the logo was something I'd knocked up myself. I don't even think when I started Canva was even a thing. So I can't even remember what I did it in, but it was like, I might have even done it in Word. It was that basic. And I just put a little bit of color on it, but it did the job. It was there, and it meant that I could carry on doing everything that I was doing. Then obviously, as the website got more successful, then I had the funds to think, oh, do you know what? I'm going to do the branding on this. And I paid for a designer to sort out all my branding, come up with a decent logo. But we're talking like 3 years down the line of when I started my business before getting to that point.
Yeah, absolutely. You really don't need to dwell on it too long. Just get something done, get it out there. And you can always change it. Again, it's not really as important. Those kind of, you're not a big corporation where you've got to think about your corporate brand guidelines. Really don't spend too much time thinking about that. Again, think about your customers. And what I mean by that is actually you need to say what you do, what it is you actually do. And then you need to say, who do you help? Who am I actually helping with what I do? And lastly, you've got to say, well, what result do you help them to get? And I think if you get those three things specifically on your homepage, actually, but it should filter through to the rest of your website, I think that is that's how you should structure your customer focused messaging.
And it's worth spending a fair amount of time on getting that messaging right, because that is kind of like the core of your business.
That is where you spend your time, not your logo. Forget about your logo. Spend your time on this. Yeah.
I tell you why people concentrate on their logo, because the reality is that's actually the easiest part.
Yeah.
Sitting down and working out your core messaging is the deep stuff that takes time and is hard.
It is. I mean, it really is. Yeah. And also it's kind of massaging your ego. I've got a nice logo.
Yes.
But it's all about that, isn't it? Which is just nonsense.
Yeah.
Just nonsense. Forget about that.
Yeah. And actually that kind of talking about that clear messaging, that customer focused messaging, can't think of another word.
That is the word.
It's leading on to the next point, that it's good to have across your website, probably on the homepage, but also could be on products, services, whatever, is having that social proof.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that proof that you have delivered what you say you're going to deliver.
Okay. So social proof, what do we mean? Because that's kind of veering into jargon, isn't it? What do we mean by that?
It is.
Yeah.
Well, like testimonials, reviews. So if you've got products, it would be a review on products.
Case studies.
Those little things. Now that is easier said than done if you're a startup, because you might not have that. And I know I'm in a position myself with my newest website. So for Blogwell, I haven't yet put testimonials on there, but I think what you can do, even like having social media feeds on your website and stuff, can help show a bit of social proof, because that may show that you've had likes attached to it. Or
I think you need to think quite broadly about reviews and testimonials. It doesn't have to be someone who's bought a particular product from your website. It just has to be someone who's interacted with you and likes what you do and likes who you are. So we'll say something nice about you, frankly.
Bearing that in mind, would you quite like to write me a testimonial for my website?
Yeah, I can do. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. I can. Yeah, I'll give that some thoughts. Yeah, but probably. Yeah.
Probably.
But the other thing you can do actually is, if you're launching a product, particularly if it's a low ticket product, and we've both done this actually. Well, I'm about to, so I'm taking my own sweet time doing it. But yours is actually
links in description.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. Is actually you could give away give it away for free to say 3 people in return for a review or testimonial. I think that's a really, really good idea. There's no barrier to entry for people who, if you offer that to them, why would they not take you up on that? They need to give you a review if they like it as well. Obviously, if they hate it, then
you're not going to put a bad one up there.
No, that's right. But they're going to love it, aren't they? Whatever it is to do. So I think that's a really good way to get something. You don't need loads of these things either. Just a couple, one or two is better than nothing. But 1, 2, or 3 of them, that's all you need. And it's just that kind of it is social proof. Other people like this person, will vouch for them, and prepared to go public with saying that they're good. And I think that's so powerful. It's more if you or I were to say, well, I'm really good, I know what I'm doing, I've been doing this for 8 years, I know this, that, and the other, I'm really good, you should buy from me. That's me saying it. But if someone else says that, it's really powerful. Even if it
builds that trust, doesn't it?
Yeah, and like and trust is the key to all of this, isn't it? As a small business owner, it really, really is. Yeah, and if you can, I mean, again, it's just a few words you need, but getting people to video stuff, if they're prepared to say it as video, that's even, because then you get the emotion. They're actually talking with emotion to just a few words as well. Just all has to be. You get that,
and as well,
it's very compelling.
It's proof that it is actually a real person, because the fact is, if you wanted, and I'm not saying this is a good idea because you really shouldn't, you could just make something up and make up a name and put it on there. So the cynic that comes along to your website could still be, well,
that was created in
but if it's a video, then
it's more likely to be a real person, isn't it?
Exactly.
And also, it doesn't have to be polished performance or anything. In fact, it's better that it isn't. It's better if some ordinary person just saying a few words, and that's really, really powerful. Really powerful.
I think the overarching thing of a website is that you want to make the navigation of it and that customer journey through it as simple and as straightforward as possible.
Correct.
And a way to kind of do that is the calls to action.
Yeah.
Because you want to, without dumbing your customers and clients down, you just want to kind of like be holding their hand through it and tell them exactly what those next steps are, or exactly what they need to be doing in order to do, I don't know, sign up to a newsletter or buy this, or you just, people need it spelled out for them.
They do, and it's not immediately obvious what they should do next. You have to give them that make it obvious. And yeah, it doesn't just, you don't want it in their face as such. It should as the first thing they see, of course not.
Yeah,
it needs to be there, and it needs to be obvious. It needs to be really obvious that's what they should do next, to take the next step. And as you say, it might actually be buying a product. It might simply be it might be subscribing to your newsletter. It might just simply be to contact you. It really could be that simple. If it's if you're offering a service and it's that this is a lead generator, your website's a lead generator for selling that service, then all you want them to do is email you, really, or even old school, pick up the phone sometimes, depending on the nature of your business. So, but whatever it is, make sure that's crystal clear. It should be really obvious. Don't hide it away somewhere.
Or even like pointing them to another page on your site, or like when we move on to the blog section in a minute, it could be to read another blog post because it has relevance within that one to if you read this, you might be interested in that. But you're going to have to make it blatant and put like, read this, rather than just putting a link to another blog, because people's eyes skim over links. They're not necessarily going to click on it because they might think that you're trying to sell to them in a random way. But if you put read this or learn more, or you're telling them
action words. That's really critical. Not just click here. It's got to be something you got to give them some idea of what they're going to do when they click a button or click a link. That's really, really important. And you can have more than one call to action across your sites, because you might be selling different services, but just be careful about, not everything can have the emphasis. You've got to be, if everything has emphasis, nothing does. So you've got to be careful with that. And in your blog post, it's highly likely you're going to want people to subscribe, isn't it? So that they're not going to miss out on the next blog post and the one after that. You want people to, so that's probably going to go in and it can go at the bottom of your blog post and go in the middle of it. Frankly, it's so they see it and think, okay, I like this. I want more of this. I want to hear from this person more often. And they're prepared to hand over their email address. So the third thing we want to talk about is blogs, isn't it? And why that should be central to your website and not some optional extra, something you thought about last minute. I'll have one of those.
That is so the way that people think of it. I better have one of those on it. Everyone has one of those these days. And obviously, one of our earlier videos, we talked about the differences between websites and blogs. So if you are a little bit unsure about what the difference is between the two, it's probably worth heading on over and watching that video.
Very good point.
Just to like make it clear in your head. But a blog is kind of the thing that supports your whole website, really. It helps drive that website forward. And the thing I like about it the most is, if you think about your homepage, about me, all the content that you have on those core pages, pretty much it stays the same content. You might update it every now and again, do a few tweaks. If you've got product pages, there might be like a little bit of turnaround with that.
And it will evolve,
won't it? It will evolve.
Those pages will evolve, but they won't be changing regularly every week.
Not every week. Whereas a blog, depending how often you're posting, obviously, that could be content that is changing every week. Or in the instance of like the website that I've got that has developed over time, that has stuff published on it every single day. So the turnaround of content on there, I mean, the search engines love that stuff. They're like a hungry beast that are just eating content all the time. They just want it. And the more that they have it, the better they're going to rank your website. It's such a key, essential thing to have on a website, in my opinion.
It's not an optional extra, is it? It's not.
No.
How much more effective is your website going to be with that, as you've just described it, going to be, than just your homepage, your contact us, and your about us? I mean, it's night and day, isn't it? Really, absolutely night and day. So why would you not do that?
Yeah. And aside from the search engine thing, as you said earlier about really your website has to be so customer focused, it is all about them. The blog, having a blog on there is an opportunity to provide more for them, because not only are you showing them, you're sharing more knowledge with them, you're essentially, I know we haven't really spoken about this as a core page, but a frequent FAQ page.
Yes, that's a good point.
But really, your blog covers that, because you should be writing blog posts that answer those frequently asked questions of your customers, the problems that they're experiencing, any little questions they might have about certain products or services or whatever. They can all be blog posts, and they can find it all in that library there.
I think that's right. Yeah, that's absolutely right. I think it's interesting you should touch on that. The FAQs, you can have a static page of FAQs.
Yeah.
But they should, when the question isn't, when the answer isn't more than a couple of lines, it should then link through to the appropriate blog post to answer it in more detail. I think that's a really good way of framing it.
Really and that's helping navigate your customer, their journey on your website, because ultimately you want people to spend as much time on your website as possible. And if they're just popping along and reading what's on, I mean, let's face it, how often are they going to read your About Us page? Someone's going to come on, they're going to read it once, and they're not going to go there again. So but if you've got a call to action on your About Us page saying something like, oh, if you'd like to find out more about X, Y, or Z, head on over to the blog, you've then made them jump from that About Us page to your blog, and then they're more likely to spend more time reading through your posts on there.
That's right. And click through to another page, and
exactly.
And they're more like, all the time they're getting to know you better, aren't they? They're getting to know you and like you, and hopefully, and trust you, because you're clearly an authority on your subject. So I think all of this stuff is just so important. It's so important.
And the moment you get that know, like, trust, that's when they're going to want to buy from you. That's when they're going to use you, and that's what it's all about, right?
That's right. And without actively selling to them, you're not actively selling to them. They're going to buy from you because they know, like, and trust you.
Yeah.
Which is that's the dream, isn't it? Really, that's
and I know you spoke when we spoke earlier about calls to action, and you said about you can have it on other areas of your site. It doesn't just need to be your homepage. You should be having them in every single blog post that you share on your page, and not just once in a blog post. I mean, when I share a blog post, I think I probably have about 4 maybe call to action, like scattered throughout, and then at the bottom, one at the beginning. And that's just more places for people to be able to reach out to you, get in touch with you, to buy from you, all these things. Again, you're making it easier for people.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. So
I think we have covered everything, haven't we? I think
we have.
Our main message is to not overthink this. Because it can... people can go down a bit of a rabbit hole with it, can't they? When they're planning their website, what should we put on it? What can we do to make us stand out and be different? And really, it's all about getting started.
It really
is. Just about getting something up there.
Keep it simple. Don't go too far down the track. And we've spoken about this before, haven't we? About keeping things simple when you're starting off, and it just stops that whole overwhelm. Just keep it simple. Focus on the essentials we've talked about. The core pages, the essential elements. Please seriously consider having a blog on your website, because it just makes all the difference. If you get those three things right, that's a really, really good basis for your website and your business when you're starting. Really, really is a solid foundation. And the other thing I was going to say about because we did talk about the homepage, didn't we? We are going to be talking about the homepage in particular in more detail in a few weeks' time. So please, if you don't want to miss out on that, please subscribe to the channel. And when it comes up in, I'm not sure how far away it is. It's probably next month sometime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Towards the end of next month, or maybe even the month after. But you'll see it when it comes up. So please subscribe. Yeah.
While we're on that as well, I was just thinking of another useful one that we've got coming up, that we're recording very, very soon, all about perfectionism, which actually ties in so nicely with this.
It really does. Yeah, don't try and get your website perfect. Just get it started. Yeah, absolutely.
So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and look forward to connecting with you all soon. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to head back to our channel where you'll find a back catalogue of really, really useful videos.
And if you like what you see, remember to like, subscribe and share. And remember to watch next week.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, let's go. Coming up on today's show.
Hit it, Bex!
I'm going to go thumbs.
Oh, you're going naked.
No, I'm not naked. No.
Facially naked.
God, what is wrong with you?
It's like subtly side-eye it and
Do the meat and potatoes. I've never seen you do this before.
my dog's looking at me like, what are you doing?
Oh, no.
Ah!
It's a disaster. What are you doing now?
Oh my God!
Sorry. I assume you're already in Do Not Disturb because you never like to be disturbed.
No one talk to me.
No, it's the critical thing.
The timer. The tea towel.
I haven't got a tea towel. Timer.
Yeah.
Go around and putting it.
Yeah.
No, not very friendly, are we?
No, not really.
Just having a nice little chat on our
It's like us having a chat.
Set up in more hand action. What was that you said? Oh, God.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that, and I can't even think what that was in relation to.
No, I can't either.
As
Okay, I look forward to that.
That's a whole other niche.
Yes, that we're not going to explore.
No,
Thank
we're
you.
not. We're not.
No, that was the best thing we've ever done.
Thank you so much for watching today. Please remember to head back to our channel where you'll find the box set of Bex. Where are you jogging round? You're like...
I don't know. Sorry.